What's going on, YouTube? Bluff City here with another video, and we got another story out of Fort Worth, Texas, where a bomb threat is going to have immigration effects due to this Afghani dude. First, there was that guy that was in D.C. that shot at two National Guardsmen, and now you have one, placing threats, on TikTok. This is absolutely crazy. But before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a like, share with everyone you know, and subscribe for more videos because I promise you do not want to miss any of them.
Now, federal authorities say they have thwarted a plot being hatched right here in North Texas to blow up a building in Fort Worth. Records show this man, Mohammed Alakuse, is sitting in the Tarrant County Jail tonight after being arrested Tuesday. According to the Department of Homeland Security, he posted a video to TikTok where he talked about building a bomb and using it to blow up an unidentified building in Fort Worth. The man is an Afghan national.
He does realize that the government is on every social media platform here in the United States, right? I guess he didn't get that memo before he posted that video.
Who entered the U.S. legally under the same program used by the accused National Guard gunman in D.C. Crimes that have prompted President Trump to push pause on many immigration proceedings. Fox 4's Vanya Castillo is live to tell us more. Good evening, Vanya.
Hi, Casey. Yeah, that man accused of posting a video to TikTok saying that he was building a bomb in Fort Worth could have much bigger national implications for immigrants. Now, I sat down with an immigration attorney to help get a better understanding.
Because of this terrible situation, refugee status, asylum status, everybody's going to be affected.
Mohammed Alakuse has been booked into the Tarrant County Jail and charged with making terroristic threats at the state level. According to Department of Homeland Security, he was arrested after posting a video on TikTok saying he was building a bomb to explode in the Fort Worth area.
And it's a very difficult situation because the community at large sees one immigrant acting in a horrible situation like this, and they assume there are many more that are just because they're immigrants want to harm the United States.
Well, we can't be too careful about that. You got one person that does this on TikTok. Who's to say this doesn't motivate more of them to do the same thing?
And as we know, the vast majority of people that immigrate to the United States is because of their love to this country. But it affects severely the image of the immigrant coming to the United States.
DHS says he came to the United States as part of Operation Allies Welcome, which was a program set up to help Afghans who had worked with Allied forces to come to the United States for 2 years on parole without permanent immigration status. They would then need to apply for other ways to stay in the country, like asylum.
Leaving them behind would have been a death sentence since they cooperated with the United States. We have to remember that 99% of the Afghani nationals are good people and that they fought alongside the U.S. To remove the Taliban.
The Trump administration had already halted all asylum decisions and paused issuing visas for people traveling on Afghan passports following a shooting near the White House that left one National Guard member dead and another in critical condition.
I mean, they have vast powers to control the immigration process. And if they believe there's a flawed program, they have the right to detain it and temporarily while they investigate or detail it. But at the same time, stopping all processes might be a little bit extreme since 99% of the people are really not doing anything bad.
The man accused in that shooting, 29-year-old Rathnala Lakanwal, was an Afghan refugee who worked with the CIA during the Afghanistani War. He entered the U.S. legally in 2021 under the same Operation Allies Welcome program. President Trump blamed Biden-era vetting failures for allowing the man to slip through the cracks, even though his asylum claim was approved earlier this year under the Trump administration. The president berated a reporter this week for asking him why he blamed his predecessor when his own DOJ validated the vetting process.
Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in.
But for immigration attorney Jaime Barron, the question now is the impact it'll have on everyday people.
If there is really a flaw, I hope they investigate. I hope they find it. But at the same time, we can't allow this to be used as an excuse to bar all immigrants or just Middle Eastern immigrants or all Afghani nationals.
Saying more needs to be done to protect those who have done no wrong.
There has to be a checks and control, a balance to do proper vetting, to allow only good individuals to enter the United States. But at the same time, we can't stop the whole process.
Now, in this most recent case, the bomb threat suspect, Mohammed Al-Qazay, is being held at the Tarrant County Jail with no bond.
Good. That's exactly where he belongs. And this is exactly why I have always been a firm believer of just not letting everybody of anybody just in this country. Because not everybody that wants to come to the United States has good intentions. This is something that we just cannot forget. Now, let me make one thing clear. I don't have a problem with people from other countries who want to move here and live here to have a better life. And frankly, I don't blame them for doing that. But then at the same time, we just cannot let in everybody, because there are still people that are here illegally right now that need to get the hell up out of here, right? Because it's such a slap in the face to the people who came here legally, paid the money, took the did all the paperwork, got everything in order so they can live here as a US citizen and not someone that just immigrated here. No. They are in fact on the books a US citizen. And I can tell you right now, those people who are just seeing all these other foreigners just coming here all willy-nilly, right? And just skip the line, not have to do the process and fill out all the paperwork. They just come here, start working, and that's it. I can assure you they're pissed off about this. And I'm sure even more people from the Middle East who wanted to come here are pissed off about this dude who decided to come here and just post a bomb threat on TikTok. Now it's going to make it even harder for those who want to come here and don't engage in any of that foolishness because of this guy and then the dude who shot those two National Guardsmen, one who's dead right now, unfortunately, and one who's still in critical condition. I hope he makes it. I think the female National Guardswoman, she's the one that's no longer with us. And right before Thanksgiving, which makes it even more fucked up, if I'm just being real with you guys, I will stand on this firm. I don't care how many people hate me for saying this. It's like, dude, we cannot. This is what a lot of libtards just do not understand. We cannot just let in everybody that quote unquote wants to come here and live and have a better life. Not everyone has good intentions. You know why? You know how I know this? Because other countries understand this. You think other countries are just going to let in anyone and anybody? No. They need to know, can you stand on your own 2 feet? Because one thing a lot of these other countries, from what I've heard from other like friends and other guys online who have traveled, right? A lot of other countries do not want bums in their countries because, they don't need anyone trying to leech off their government because they don't have what the United States has, right? It's just as simple as that. If you can't stand on your own 2 feet, you can't take care of yourself while you're here. And if you don't have any good intentions for coming into this country, they do not want you in that country. And by they, I mean the people who run that country. Like, let's be for real. Like, why is this such a problem if the United States does the same thing? Because we got to protect the American people at the end of the day. Because if you're just letting in any foreigners, they can do God knows what to whatever American citizen. That's going to cause a major problem that I know nobody wants to deal with. So I'm glad they got this guy. I'm glad he is, locked up right now with no bond, and I hope he does a lot of time in federal prison, or I don't know if he's going to have to do federal prison time or be deported. Either one's fine with me if I'm just putting it out there. But absolutely, this could have really went off the deep end. But then again, he told on himself by posting this to TikTok. I don't know what made him do that. Because, dude, if you're posting something like that on TikTok, of course, the government is definitely going to be on your ass without question. But I guess he didn't get that memo because he was stupid enough to just post it out there. You think the United States government's not going to take that seriously? I guess that was going on through his mind. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the Linktree link down below so you can follow me on other social media platforms, as well as support this channel directly via Cash App or PayPal. And if you choose to do so, I will shout you out in my next video as my way of saying thank you. And with that being said, please be safe out there. Have a good one and happy holidays. Peace.